Hi, my name is Artful-E, and I am a person. Yeah, I'm not just a little drawing with a voice in an empty void of this background. That ain't me. So, let's move on. So yeah, I don't show myself. I just show my OCs. But today we're talking about my OCs. Specifically a question I was wondering. Could my OCs survive Poppy playtime? So let's get into the stats of my OCs and some of the rules of this. First off, let's start with strengths. Let's talk about my OCs from strongest to weakest. I'm first talking about Bomber. Bomber's abilities are such as incredible strength and being able to explode his head, which kills him, but kills anything in the radius. His head is a very, very, very strong metal, and if someone were to punch it, they would most likely break their hand. He is incredibly smart, but not as smart as one of my other OCs. Let's talk about the main man of the show. So I'm first talking about Artful-E or Artful. His abilities are such as teleportation, but he can only teleport a couple feet in front of him, but it's good in certain scenarios. He lacks much intelligence due to him skipping out on school, which is part of his more deeper lore, which you don't get to know about, but anyways. And that's about his abilities, and he has not the best sense of survival, but that's him. Let's move on to the smartest but weakest character. And also he's pretty strong, but yeah. Let's move on to the smartest and weakest character. So, we move on to the weakest character, which is Roz, or as his actual name is, 3091. And his abilities are incredible smarts due to him being a literal robot and having magnetized hands. So when we talk about him, I don't think he's going to need the Grat Pack, and he can basically learn anything about anything instantly because his brain is the internet. But he is not that strong, but yeah. That's about all there is for him. So let's go to if they could actually survive. So we're first talking about Artful-E, the one that I use in my videos. So after getting the initial letter telling him to go find the Poppy, he would be eager for adventure and to explore the abandoned factory after working there. So he would go. He would walk into Playtime Co. more confidently than he should be, which, although it sounds good, is not a good way to survive. Then we move on to the first puzzle. Now, despite it being one of the easiest puzzles in the game, I think Artful would have to find the loop around this puzzle, aka breaking the door. After getting the Grat Pack and opening the door, once he would meet Huggy Wuggy, no way he would not be just incredibly scared. Huggy Wuggy, although was meant to be a children's toy, is terrifying. I don't know how Playtime Co. thought, yeah, it's a great children's toy. Anyways, I think he would solve that puzzle because it's a little bit easier than the trains, and if he didn't, he could maybe break the metal with enough trying and probably gain some bruises on his hands, but I think he would probably take the brute force route and break it, but his hands are now bruised, which I will make this realistic. That's going to come into play later. Once he got into the room where you get the red hand, I think he would be able to find all the pieces because it's barely a puzzle and it's super easy. Then once he got the red hand, he would continue on, solve the next puzzle, and get to the toy making room. Now he's in the make a friend part of the factory, and this one once again is barely a puzzle. All it really is just connect a couple wires and pull some levers and be patient. Then he would put it in and the chase starts. Now he's in the chase sequence where he shines. He is easily running away and getting to the end and pulling the box down. Chapter 1 for Artful or Artful-E or Arthur, whatever you want to call him, is now in Chapter 1. Now we move on to my next OC, Bomber, who is the most likely to survive. So let's get into how it would go. So this time, the reason he goes isn't because of adventure. He thinks that there are actual survivors and he doesn't know that this is a lie yet, and he goes there because he wants to help out the people, but he is a little confused on how they mailed it, but, you know, people have their ways. He would walk into the building a little scared, but overall confident, knowing that he needs to save these people's lives, even if he doesn't make it out of that building alive. He would 100% super easily solve the train puzzle. He would look in every single crevice, watch the VHS, and once he saw the trains, he would realize the color of the trains is the code, crack it in, and get the crap. Get the grap pack. What is a crap pack? So after he got the grap pack, not the crap pack, he would open the door, meet Huggy Wuggy, try and go to the electrical room, notice something's immediately off with Huggy Wuggy as soon as the key drops, but he's not going to leave the building because he still thinks there are people there, but he's starting to get more suspicious. So he, instead of getting scared and trying to destroy Huggy Wuggy there, he acts stupid. He says something like, "How did I not see that key?" That way, Huggy Wuggy has no idea that he fully knows that he's alive. He was 2 steps ahead the entire time. He would then get to the next puzzle and easily solve it due to it being a very simple puzzle. Get all the cubes and you get the red hand, and then you solve that other wire puzzle. Boom, bam, bop, Bob's your uncle. And now to make a toy room. This one's not even a puzzle. He could obviously do it. And now he's in the chase sequence with Huggy. So Bomber is athletic, to say the least. So he is going to be zooming through this with all of the flying colors. Get to the end, pull the box down, open up Poppy's thingamabobby, and boom. Chapter 1 complete. 2 out of 3 OCs have survived so far. Next up, we have the Robot Roz, or 3178 as their serial number is. This one is the only one that has any sort of possibility of not surviving. So let's get into it. He would get the initial letter telling him to go find the flower at his old working place, and the only reason why he would logically go is because you couldn't look up if these Playtime employees were alive. He can know anything as long as it can be searched up on the internet. So, he goes. He would walk into the area and easily be able to do the train puzzle in a matter of seconds, because he could just open it with his hand, being able to change the coding to make the code whatever he wants. So, yeah. He gets his scrap pack, which he probably wouldn't even need, but just for the sake of the video, he gets the scrap pack and continues. Now, the next room would be a different story, or a very similar one, I guess. He would walk into the room, and he's basically a walking, talking generator, so he wouldn't even have to do the puzzle, and there is no way on God's green earth he is staying there for more than 2 seconds after he hears Huggy Wuggy have the key. He is instantly going to know what's up, and he would be able to research it and learn that all of the employees died in a tragic accident and instantly know about the hour of joy. I get that they probably wouldn't post, oh, all of our employees died because of the hour of joy, blah 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 blah. But if there's some saying about a ton of things happening that day, you probably know. Now he makes it to whatever the room is called, and I know this is technically cheating, but you know what else I know? That I really don't care. And he would realize he can just grab the red hand of the Grat Pack with the blue hand, and doesn't even have to do it. Makes it to the Make a Friend room. Now he's in the Make a Friend room, and like I said earlier, he is a walking, talking generator, so he does not need to do the puzzle and can just get some electricity for the machine to work. But here's where the bad part comes. Now, I would want to say that opening the thing, he would know that Huggy Wuggy would start chasing him, but that is a level of cheating that I won't allow. And so, he would open up the vent, and there is no way he's outrunning Huggy Wuggy.
Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes.
Turn around, bite eyes, every now and then I
drive through a Burger King. Can I please get a Papa Jr. with iron rings?